Hi everyone! Welcome to Rain Francis Art for Kids. My name is Rain. In this series, Alphabet Soup, we choose a letter from the alphabet and we draw food that starts with that letter. So let's draw. Today's letter is the letter J. J is for jam. So today I'm going to show you how to draw this jam on toast. Let's begin. These are the supplies that you'll need for today's lesson. You're going to need a piece of paper or a drawing pad. I have this dollar store drawing pad and it's 8.5 by 11 inches wide. You're going to need a pencil, an eraser. If you have a dollar store paintbrush, an old paintbrush lying around that you have not used for paint, it works very well to brush off eraser bits and dust from your page. Now you're going to need color. For the toast, we're going to use brown and yellow. This is a sandy type of yellow here, but brown and yellow will be fine. If you have a dark brown and a light brown, you could use that too for the toast. For the jam, I'm going to make mine strawberry, so it's going to be red. And you're going to need either a black coloring pencil or a black marker. I'm using a fine tip black marker. All right, so let's clear off our page here and we can start. Let me get all that dust off my page first. So our letter today is J. Here is a capital J. And here's a small j. And we're just going to write out the word jam. So capital J, A, and M. I have 2 dogs and a cat snoring in the background. Okay. I'm going to be using most of my page to make my jam on toast today. So to make the bread, let's start with the bread. I'm going to make a little round shape like this, almost as if you're about to do a heart. And then I'm going to bring the side down like this and over. Now this side of the bread's going to be a little bigger, so I'm going to do that round shape again. And then straight down to the bottom. Okay? Now what we're going to do is we're going to show a little bit of the bread crust. So we're going to start about here, not quite in the middle of the bread top here, but just to the side. So watch what I do. I'm just going to follow this line here. And at the bottom, I'm going to curve it just a little. That's going to make it look like the crust of the bread. And for the jam, I'm just going to do squiggly lines like this all over the toast. And that's going to be my blob of jam. Now let's give this piece of toast and jam some eyes. And if you follow my videos, you know I like these big oval egg-shaped eyes. One big oval there and one on the inside for the pupil. And I'm going to do another one here. And then one on the inside for the pupil. And then a big smile. And maybe a little tongue coming out because he's delicious. Okay? So we have our toast and jam all drawn out. Now we're going to color. The first thing I want you to do is take your brown color and we're going to just color in the crust. Now, if you're using coloring pencils, I want you to press very lightly and turn your pencil once in a while so that you don't break the tip and so that it doesn't wear down on one side. And when I color, I like to color in little circles like this. I don't like to do straight lines because I don't want the straight lines to show. So just lightly pressing down for little circles. I love toast and jam. Actually, I love toast and butter. There's nothing like a hot piece of toast that's really crunchy that has a lot of butter on it. I know that's not good for you all the time, but it's so yummy. Don't forget to turn your pencil once in a while and don't press too hard. You don't have to. Okay, how you guys doing? You doing okay? What kind of jam is your favorite? What color jam did you choose for your toast today? I think a lot of people like strawberry jam. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to apply a second layer. And all that means is that I'm coloring it in a second time. That's why we don't have to press too hard. The more layers that you put on, the darker your color gets. You see the difference between this and this? That's why you don't have to, press down really hard and hurt your hand and break your pencils. Just do it one layer at a time. This is supposed to be fun, and we're taking our time, and we're just going to enjoy our drawing time today and talk about food. Because if you know me, you know I love food. I also like raspberry jam, but I only like the type that doesn't have seeds in it. I love raspberries, but I don't like the seeds because they get caught in my teeth. All right. I think this is looking really good. A nice dark crust. Don't forget to turn your pencil once in a while. If your hand is hurting, it's probably because you're pressing too hard. That's how you know if you're pressing too hard. That, or if your pencil breaks, that means you're pressing too hard. Okay, so my crust is done. I'm going to take my yellow color and I'm going to fill in all of the bread around here. All right. If you want, you could leave it white. That's up to you. I like a lot of color, so I'm just going to put in one layer of this yellow. And I'm going to try not to get the yellow inside our squiggly line there because that should all be the color of our jam. And my jam is going to be red. When I was a kid, I used to never eat the crust of the bread. I don't know why, because it's so good. But I remember always cutting the crusts off my sandwiches and cutting it off my toast and not eating it. Now I love bread crust. I eat the whole thing. I actually make my own bread. I love the smell of bread when it's baking. It's so delicious when you eat it right as it comes out of the oven. Oh yeah, it's so good. Now if you get some of the yellow into the area where it's supposed to be red, don't worry about it, it's okay. We're not going for a perfect piece of work here, because nothing is perfect in life, right? Don't forget to turn your pencil once in a while, and don't press too hard. All right, how you guys doing? You know, instead of yellow, if you chose a brown, your bread could be whole wheat, or it could be a rye bread, or even a black bread. I like white bread. I like to make my own jelly as well, jams and jellies. Actually, just this week, I found a lot of strawberries at the market. And I'm thinking of making some strawberry jam. Don't forget to turn your pencil. And this applies if you're using crayons as well. If you're using crayons, I want to make sure that you turn your crayon once in a while, just so you don't wear it down on one side. Because it's hard to sharpen a crayon. I remember as a kid having the pack of Crayola, the 64 pack I think it was, and it had a sharpener in it, but it never worked really well. I don't know if they're better now, but okay. Well, I'm finished my first layer. I think I'm going to put a second layer on, but I'm going to do it very quickly. I'm not going to be too meticulous about it. I'm just going to go over it in large sort of circular motion here, just to get a little more color on the bread. I'm just being very careful not to get any yellow into the jam area. My dogs love toast on jam, jam on toast too. Oh boy, they love it. Whenever I have that for breakfast or for a snack, they're always sitting right beside me, waiting for something. All right. I'll give you guys a minute to catch up. You guys doing okay? Did you get your bread all colored in? Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our red color and we're going to color in the jam area. The only thing I want you to be careful of is not to get any red into the eyes, okay? We want those to stay white for now. So let's go ahead and start coloring in our jam. In my case, this is strawberry jam. Don't forget to turn your pencil once in a while. And for those of you who don't know what this is called a pencil extender. When you have a tiny, tiny little pencil, and sometimes it's really hard to draw with a tiny pencil, if you have a pencil extender, you just stick it in there, tighten it, And you can use it like a regular pencil now. It's really, really handy. Remember, don't press too hard, and turn your pencil once in a while. There's thunder going on right now outside my window. We had an amazing thunderstorm the other day. I don't know if you can hear it. I hope I don't lose power. I lost power the other day during the thunderstorm, so. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to be very careful. I'm turning my pencil, and I'm going to color very, very, very carefully between the eyes. Because I'm really trying not to get any of that red into the eyes. If you do, don't worry about it. Just try not to. All right, so now I'm just going around here. Gonna finish filling in all of that delicious jam. When I was thinking of the word J, I was also thinking of jelly. I remember when I was a kid, I used to love grape jelly. That was so good on toast too. I haven't had grape jelly in years. Oh, loud thunder outside again. Don't forget to turn your pencil. You can get the red in the tongue, that's okay. We're going to outline all of this with black after, so it's going to really stand out. Yeah, I used to love grape jelly. There was another jelly that we used to have. I don't really eat meat anymore. I don't eat much meat anymore, but when I was a kid, my grandmother used to make lamb. And she would always serve it with mint jelly. And I thought that was so delicious. Can you hear that thunder? Oh, it's loud. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a second layer of red on my jam. Just to make the red a little more vibrant. You can see the difference between this and this. It's always nice to put more than one layer. Don't forget to turn your pencil or your crayon. You could use markers for this too. That way you don't have to turn. You don't even have to do a second layer when you're using markers because they're pretty vibrant already. I like using coloring pencils. Okay, I'm going to be very careful in the middle here, putting in those circular I always lose my words here. Circular strokes, I guess you could say they're called. Circular drawing. Drawing in circles. Because I really don't want to get any red into the eye at this point. I think I did okay. I hope you guys are doing okay. What do you like on your toast? Do you like butter and jam? Or do you like cheese? Or do you like it just dry? Do you like it toasted? I love bread. Jam is so nice and sweet, you know? My grandfather used to always eat marmalade. That's, I guess it's a jam that's a mixture of orange and lemon, I think. Citrus fruits. I'm turning my pencil so I don't wear it down on one side. I'm kind of just going over it up and down just to make sure I've got a nice second layer here. How you guys doing? I'm going to do a quick third layer. Just very quickly going over it in some areas where I find that there's a little too much of the white paper showing through. You can do as many layers as you want. I just want my jam to be really, really red. Don't forget to turn your pencil. And you see what I'm doing? I'm doing large circular strokes because I'm doing a large area here. My neighbor was out today. He's building a house on his land. I hope he went inside now. Because where there's thunder, there's lightning. We have to be careful to stay safe during thunderstorms. They're nice to see, but you don't want to be caught in one. Okay, I think my jam is all done. How are you guys doing? Okay, now what I'd like you to do, I want you to take either your black coloring pencil or a marker. I'm going to use a marker. And I'm going to outline the eyes, the smile, and the tongue. Okay, so everywhere that I drew with pencil for the eyes, I'm outlining with my marker now. Okay, and I'm going to color in the pupil with black. Mr. Jam on Toast has very big eyes. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing with the second eye, just outlining what I've already drawn with pencil. This just makes it stand out more. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing I did here. I'm going to color in that pupil with black. Wow, the skies are really talking today. I want to get this done just in case we lose power. Okay, now I'm going to outline the smile and the tongue. Just like that. And I think I'm going to give him some eyebrows. because he's pretty happy. And some cheeks. This is how you give the illusion of cheeks. You do a little semicircle at the edge of the smile. So there we are. There's our jam on toast. And don't forget, I want you to sign your work. I want you to always sign your artwork because you should feel proud of what you've just done. Well, I hope you enjoyed this lesson, my friends. And remember, Mom and Dad, if you post your kids' art on Instagram, don't forget to tag me. I would love to see their artwork. The link is in the description below. So we'll see you next time on Alphabet Soup. Thanks for watching. Bye.